It's Jane. I feel like I'm limping in, but I made it just because we had the power outage yesterday. Just messes with the whole system, and here we are ready to draw. Yay. Okay. What did we even get up to? A little tiny bit of bride and inks. Hello, in case you're just new here, I'm Jane Davenport. I never introduce myself. It's ridiculous, really. We're working on the 31 days of ARTober. These are creative prompts. The dog is barking, as usual. So the ARTober prompts, she hopes the microphone is still okay. Yes. Okay, so... my goodness. Take two, I know. Willow, I know. But thank you for joining me. That's very kind of you. Okay, so we've got the ARTober prompts, which you can find on my blog, in our Facebook group, on my Facebook page. And I might put them on my Instagram. I'll see how we go. Okay, they're hard to format for Instagram because it's too big, and you know it disappears on the other thing. Anyway, who cares? Okay, Bride of Inkenstein. So we've got a bit of a Bride of Frankenstein, and I've had a look in the Facebook group, and the artwork is so good. Oh my goodness! So I really need to, as my dad would have said, rattle my dags. Rattle the dags. Now, from memory, didn't she have like big shoulder pads? Also, I don't like her looking off over there. I want her looking at us. So look, let's just change that right now. So the whole idea with prompts is to just get you to have a bit more creative business. Ugh, that pen's ridiculous. Is this one going to work? This is one I got in Japan. I just want two little dots. Why aren't I just using two of my own pens? Oh, that's okay. That one's still working. Right. So Bride of Inkenstein. Okay. And I've got this juicy little journal that I've made. You can go back to see this as a live stream where I painted it with a cake. I've used fixative to fix it all. I've added a tiny little bit of glue, but it's just one piece of paper. It's just a really neat way of making a journal. I think she might be smiling a little bit because of what's about to happen. Oh, does she have bolts coming out the side of her head? Well, this is the Bride of Inkenstein, so she does, okay. So after the power went out, Angus was like, oh, that's right, yeah. Oh, whoops. We did have a notification, but he just forgot to tell me and forgot to... let me know as I was prepared. He just forgot all about it. And then it just went bam. And that was that. So I went off to life drawing and had a lovely time. This is actually a bottle of ink. Or poison. But ink. If you can choose your poison, I'm choosing poison ink. There you go. So the Bride of Inkenstein, this is where she sleeps and she emerges, not from a crypt like a vampire, but from a bottle of ink. Okay. Now we've got to get a vamp painter. Whoa, look, I'm just going with top of mind. Okay, we've got a mouth. What are vampires famous for? Their teeth, okay? So this is a vamp painter, not a vampire, a vamp painter. And, well, these are going to be the worst paintbrushes ever, but it's the concept, okay? I'm too electrified in the brain to have settled into any drawing. I need to just do 10-second warm-ups. Paintbrushes for fangs. And of course, this is paint dripping down, not ink. And the concept is good. I'm not saying the art is good, okay? But let's just calm down, Jane. How are you going? How's your day going? I was so schmozzled yesterday, not just from this, but just in general. I'm feeling a bit schmozzled lately. Shenaniganized. I couldn't even, I hardly painted the actual model. I've discovered something about myself. I will go along and the model is there doing beautiful modelling things, and I'm just very happy to, I'm painting a part of the time, but there's weird things happening in the journal. Paintbrushes for fangs. This is the worst set of paintbrushes ever, but anyway. Right, I'm just saying hello. Hey Jenny, how you going? Hey DC. Oh, we've got ARTober, there's Inktober. Oh, there'd be lots, there's creative prompts aplenty, I'm sure, and there's lots of versions of Inktober, I assume. But hey Coletta, yes, I went off to live drawing, scrabbled in. Okay, now we've got a Were-hairwolf. Okay. Now, it would be good if I could get these to join somehow. So I'll work on that later, so it's not some little things. And if I had their little wordings on there too. So what I've decided to do, I've got to get at least, I think it was 3.7 images on each of these to fit the 31 days, all 31 prompts, if I want to get all 31 in here. So I've got to fit at least 2 more, but on here I've got a bigger page, so maybe I could leave room. The other thing is, and rather than doing them all on this page and doing them in order, I could try and speckle them in on a different page. I'm just going to work linearly. That is not a word. Just in order. Because the brain can cope with what it can cope with. So a werewolf, am I doing mainly a man with a bit of extra hair and some fangs, or are we going full werewolf face? Because there's various levels of werewolf. And I don't just have to do a face looking at me. I can do whatever I want. A Were-hairwolf. Well, I said I wanted something that links them. What happens if I had the moon in there? Have I got a silver paint pen? Oh, and I've got mirror too. Where is she? So this Brush with Fame, this is a silver. I've got silvers in the tippy toes, but the silverest of all is this. And I said I wanted a device to connect my drawing. So should I do, let me just think about this. Okay. I need something round about the size. Oh no, that's wet. What about the size of my water bottle? That will connect them all. Okay. So I'm going to put a moon behind them all. And maybe if I'm clever, I could put ARTober in the moon that connects my little drawings. So I'm going to connect my drawings. I need my Were-hairwolf here. But if I want to write ARTober in here, I need to leave a bit of room there. Look at me getting organised. Or I could go ARTober. So I'll get it to fit in there somehow. Good one. Okay, so maybe I will just do my wolfie right here. And I'm thinking, oh, look, I'm going to have to look it up. I'm going to have to look one up. I want to do a wolf howling at the moon because it's a Were-hairwolf, and then I'll do something fancy with its hair. Maybe it's got like an Elvis quiff or something. Let's, I'm going to go wolf, howl. I'm just looking up on the iPad, howling at moon. I could have a bit of a crack at it, but I may as well look at some references, right? This is what I was thinking, like the silhouette of a wolf howling at the moon. Okay. Let's have a look at the images. Okay. I might go full silhouette. Okay, I'm just going to pop that there and just have a general little reference just at the side there. Kind of like this one because he's really got momentum. But I'm going to flip it the other way, so I just need to do that in my brain. Good luck with that, love. Okay, so we want little schnauto. Do I want to fit the whole wolfie? I'm going to try and... Well, I could just have the wolf's head here. Don't have to have the whole wolf. So far, so good. Okay, and then it goes up into eyes, like his brow bone. And then he's got little... Jess was howling this morning. She's so cute. She sounds like she's talking. Okay, we're going to bend the neck back. I suppose if his ears are back, he looks like he's... oh, look, he looks like he's drinking this paint. There's a Were-hairwolf. Okay, and then he goes into chest. But we want a bit of momentum here. And maybe his tail's actually coming off the page and curling around. He's one of those curly head wolves. It's a werewolf, not a actual wolf. And actually, because he's a were-hairwolf, he might have some hairs, magnificent hairs. But I think he needs to be a bit skinny because he's, oh dear. I think we could have a more rounded bottom. I think this may be the first wolf I've ever drawn. Oh no, I've drawn a wolf with Red Riding Hood a couple of times. So I'm not quite sure how that's going to fit into the prompt yet. I don't know. It's all a mystery. I'm a day early anyway, so if it doesn't quite fit in, that's okay. Okay, that's getting his snout, her snout, and that snout. Okay, and it's kind of in the middle, because if it's near enough to the middle, then we make it the middle. Okay, this is my rule that I've just invented. Otherwise, slightly, it's like a centre part. It's either a centre part or a side part, but anything in between just looks odd. Okay. Is my pen working enough for me to be able to see it on that angle? Okay. This might look terrible, I don't know. And I really did love my little background here, my little zine. Remembering it took me 20 minutes to create. So if you're ever getting a bit worried about not using something or something you've made, you know, you've spent time on it, unless you've spent hours and hours, sure, you know, you might want to panic a little bit about ruining things. But if it's something that needs to be done, then just, you know, you can recreate it. I mean, we're artists. We love to create art. So if you just have to redo something, at first it might be a bit of a tear, but usually if you redo something, you redo it a bit better, because you've already, the challenging part is the working out the idea. What are you going to do? See, if I redid this, my second wolf would be 10 times better. 10 times. How this is a were-hairwolf, I don't know yet. Yet to be decided. But we have a nice silver moon. So this pen that I'm using, I don't know if you can see, but it's called Mirror Mirror, and it's full blown chrome. It's double-ended, mirror, mirror, you see? And so it's got a fine end, that's what I used at first, and it's got this thicker end. So rather than paint around these little bits, I think I'll go over them and I can reinstate. And in fact, if I want to shape up these little strange paint brushes, I can do that. Or if I want to shape up this mouth a bit, I can do that too. Okay, and then I'm going to write ARTober in here, I think. Now with this ink, metallic is going to look quite good. So I need some tippy toes. Now I don't have that, I don't have a full set right in front of me. What I do have, I've got these colours. And I used metallic pens a lot for eyes, like to make eyes stand out if they're getting a bit, you know, there's a lot going on, which in my artwork there very often is. Oh, I got recognised yesterday. I was at the bakery after live drawing. There was a spot right in front of the bakery. I was like, oh my gosh. I rang Angus. I was like, you know, I can grab something for lunch. What do you want? And I went in. I got a sandwich, I got him something, it was delicious. And then, as I was leaving, a lady was like, are you Jane Davenport? And I was like, yes, what have I done wrong? And, you know, she was just a nice lady. Anyway, it was quite funny. So I'm going to make her eyes look at me, so I might make her eyes a bit bigger. Because she's little. This is going to stand out, this colour on that pink, the hot pink. This is making her, helping her stand out. I will play around with those lips. I'll get them looking real good. So this little bit of extra black, this is where paint pens, I could do it with layer cake too. And don't forget we've got that amazing mystery bundle offer on the website. So you can get the layer cakes, that's these ones. You get 3 full sets. It's a mystery though, you don't know what you're going to get. They're just going to be awesome, that's all. It's just like, it's fun, it's a good value, all of those things, just to celebrate shipping to the US again. So that's fun. My poor Were-hairwolf, what am I going to do with him? How am I going to make him extra hairy? I'll work it out later. We'll just let him sit. I'll work on Inkenstein coming out of her inky depths right now. So what happens if she's got gold? If she's, or is that going to be too much metallic? Do I need to do anything? These are the questions I'm asking myself. We can do a bit of reflection on this little bottle. Watched the weirdest TV show over the last few nights called Alice in Borderland. So I think it's the 3rd season. It's Japanese. It's like Squid Games, but even scarier. That more intense. So that was good though. But it did make me that. I don't know if it eases anxiety or anything like that. Okay. Because I'm such a rebel, instead of letting things dry so I can use whatever art supplies I want on it, I want to draw on it while it's still drying. So I am having to pick things that will work on wet acrylic. So wet acrylic works on wet acrylic. do like her nuts and bolts. Oh, I'd like to make that silver tone. Let's give it a bit of variety in here. So this stands out a bit more. She's got her shoulder pads and she's whizzing out of here. Give her a bit of shape. Levitating. Oh, now she's got arms. Okay, well that's nice. It's always good to have arms. They're helpful. Hey, Sandra. Oh, and Jenren got the mystery bundle. Hey, Kerry, how you going? Oh, Liana just got the kinky drawers next Friday. It's just going to be so much fun. I'm so glad you got your ticket, Liana, because I'm very proud of you for a start. It's going to be your first life drawing, which hopefully it doesn't put you off life drawing for life. Because it's kind of crazy, but this is a Labrador and not a werewolf at all. But maybe that's what happens when you're a were-hairwolf. You turn into, you get sneakier because you don't look scary anymore. You look like a nice hairy little lab. And I think that needs to be straight if it's going to be a wolf, right? Wolves have straight. He's too happy. Look, he's a flamboyant, hairdressing werewolf. That's what he is. He's the were-hairwolf, and he's theatrical, and this is just his way. So he's not screeching bloody murder. He's going to sing a few tunes. He's friendly. He's quite nice. But he cut a bitch, but you know. But I can give him a bit of extra shape, like. I'll just use my paint pen. Because he is not looking doggish at all. Dogs have that bend in their leg there, don't they? And then they've got a chest and then it comes up and then it goes into the little legs like that. Okay. I'll get there. It's just, you know, my brain's learning something new right now. And these drips are getting in the way of his ear, so I'm just going to manage these. Yes. Why did I go yes? It's because in my mind, in my brain, I was having a full-on conversation about life drawing, just drawing in general, and just how much I love it. Can I show you what I did yesterday? I'm just trying to think if it's a bit... I can show you some of it. I'll cover up the nudie bits. Of course, there's nudie bits as a model. So let me just, oh yeah, I'll just cover what needs to be covered for modesty purposes. What colour would look nice? So for modesty purposes, we have, I did this like, this was from one of the, she's got leggings on. She's not nude. She's got leggings on and a pen. That is her outfit. And, oh, I really had fun with that. And then this is layer cake in action. Oh, this isn't, a bottom's not too bad, is it? Can you cope with a bottom? Bottom's okay. Just, she's got leggings on. Oh, her top fell off. Oh, you hussy. She's carrying an apple here. And so I've got layer cake, aqua pastels. And I went and dug out my old Neo colours, which I have not used for years and years and years. I'm just really enjoying my aqua pastels so much. They're both water-soluble crayons, and there are different colours in each. And I thought, oh, there might be some colours in there that I might, I may as well use them up. They're very expensive. So I pulled them all out and just working out how am I going to carry everything. So this is aqua pastel, which are these beautiful things here. I just got myself a new set to have here actually, because I'm using them all the time. Here, I'll show you. And then stop taking your top off. Oh my gosh. And layer cake, and then colouring over again with these. I was wishing that I had my watercolour crayons, and sorry, I had my watercolour crayons. I was wishing I had. Marzipan twists are amazing for me for bigger art, or for like really going wild. But if I want to do fine-tuned stuff, I need something that's got a little bit hard, that's a little bit, I can sort of create details. So I'm going to let that dry and give my eyes a rest from that, because I've done my prompts now. Look at me. So when you first get these, so these are the aqua pastels. This is just, it's like a fixing that helps them stay neat and tidy when they're being rolled and made. It's just part of the process, and it just needs to come off. Just think of it as like a corn flour. Even if you just start using it, it'll come off anyway, but you can just take it off. So it just needs a little bit of moisture, and that will come off. So my most used colours probably are this, strangely, the purples. I barely use green because I'm mainly drawing people, and green skin for people's a beast to get over. It's hard, and it's zombie. But you know, it is Arttober, Halloween's coming up, so if there's ever a time to use green as your initial undertone, it's now, isn't it? Yes. Who else here has ever been to life drawing? Yes. Oh my gosh, Zandra's got a big journal. So for kinkies, it might be too big. I took a big journal to kinkies last time, and you're just sitting on little chairs. We're going to see if we can, I'm going to get there early, see if I can get a table for us. We shall see. You know, that might be it's a not what you know, it's who you know situation. But I'm sure if I say, look, Sandra's coming from America, so, you know, she needs a table. She'll be very tired. Her arms will be tired. She's flying in. So I'm just adding in a little bit of this. I don't know why I feel like I'm pressing so hard. Okay, so I've got, this is layer cake in here. This is tingling teal, just different things. I think it's all layer cake so far. And then I'm adding in a bit more water media. And, oh, I've stolen my brushes from here to take to drawing class. Okay, so there we go. Yeah. And the crazy thing, life drawing, every time I go, everyone's using a different art supply. And I might not even be the person that brings the most. I must say, I'm very focused on what I'm doing, and I don't go off looking at everyone's work probably as much as I should. I'm super engaged in the purpose. Oh, this is nice, of being there. So I'm laying her down on that edge, and then I can add water to it or not, or leave it more crayon-y. But I can also just give it a little dip, a little dink, not quite a dunk, just a dink, just a little dink into the water, and you get a different type of mark, and it sort of slides along. It's quite nice, and you can go in and out of wet paint, same thing, it will activate the crayon. And I might even put in a bit of yellow in here. If I mix the colours here, now, pop down another little colour. So this colour is Monet. See, there's Monet's little bridge on the wrapper. This is Frida that I was using. And there's a little bit of Frida face. This is Gauguin with a little Tahitian goddess. Laurensa with a little bit of a whimsical face. I'm so interested in her. Oh my gosh. Fascinating person. She was a real rebel. Oh, isn't that nice? Should we just, I'm just going to go crazy here. Hang on. I'm in the mood. Oh, but I have to keep an eye on the time. Face or person? This is my Botticelli-esque journal, so I might get it Botticelli. Okay, think of Botticelli, Jane. Botticelli-esque, okay. Oh, she's got banana face happening already. Just, I could have a few faces in here. It doesn't have to be a face. It's just I love drawing faces. In case you didn't know. In case that wasn't apparently obvious. Again, just seeing who's falling out. Let's see who falls out. Okay. And I kind of like all this bananas that's going on behind here, so I don't really want to cover it up, but there's nothing in here that I care about, so it got a little bit mottled in there. So just using watercolour is not going to work. Acrylic, I can't be bothered with all the bottles right away. And I've got my iPad stacked up on that, so I'll just move that out of the way. I'm just looking. Might go sushi roll. I have a bit of sushi roll, have a bit of ice cream. We'll need the neons again. But I might also, oh, let's have her at the side. Oh, golf pants. It's very golf pantsy as well. Okay, I'm just going to get going with this. I might move from this brush because this is smallish. I might need to get in there with a few angles. I'm going to pick this brush here that's got an angle. This allows me to poke into little corners. And a deep skin tone would suit her because I'll get a nice contrast. So I'm going to turn my page, the book, like this, because I've got banana face happening. I can already see it. If you want to know all about banana face, how to spot it, how to correct it, you can do my workshop called Botticelli-esque. So I'm going to use this as my mid-tone rather than using a lighter colour or a darker colour. I just find it easier for myself if I just start off kind of in the middle. I'm going to mix these two, and I'm just mixing them straight on the pan. I could do it in here as well, but I'm just going in. Some of the layer cake that's in the background might lift up, especially if it's not very activated yet. But that usually makes it interesting. But the thing with layer cake is it layers exceptionally well. But I'm just going to get this sort of like a shadowing. Where I've got that aqua pastel, that's going to come alive too. So I'll get like a nice little shadow coming out there. Now, what kind of, let's give her at least a little V-neck. Because the little V-neck also helps indicate where the middle of her body is, or if she's turned or not. So it's quite a handy little device. Now I'm going to dip into this darker colour, and I'm dip into both of these. I'm flip-flopping my brush around, boom, 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 just to load up on the two colours. They'll be uneven, it'll be patchy, just how I like it. And I'm going to come along here on this side of the face that's underneath, it's getting more shadow. And I'll also come in her eye socket just there, just put my brush in there. And then I will add in my highlights as well. Later, but I could come in just gently in between those two and just blend that out a bit. So I might pop this palette here too. This colour here, oh, I might grab a little bit of this little one. So this is the Ice Cream Slice. The aqua pastel is coming up through the other colour. I find that interesting. Might give her a little bit of cheeks so I could place. That will help me work out how her face is twisting. Now I could let that dry and work on it a little bit later, but I'm not going to do that. Now usually I use white highlights if the skin is lighter, and as the skin gets darker, I use a darker and darker highlight. So I've got this cream in here. In this palette I've got, this is muslin, this light colour here, but I could also use this as a little bit of a highlight colour, or I can mix whatever I want with a bit of white to just make it a highlight colour, but I just want to get a bit of, oh, it's still too light. I can build up to those highlights, but I really want that for the eyes. So let's just pop a little bit of that in here. And we're going to need highlight for the nose. So I've got that depth around the eye socket. I think I need another joining colour. Might just blend that a little bit. So with my brush a little bit. Like just still a little bit damp. Oh, now I just have to check that message. My visitors. What are these ding-dongs that I get, like, technology. It's very annoying. It's very awesome, but it's also annoying. Okay. Now, if I was smart, I would let this dry, but I'm not, so... Okay. Yes, Liana, give it a go. Okay, now I'm going to let her dry and we might continue on with her in another session because I think the next step is paint markers because I can get in there with greater detail, but I might change my mind. I don't know. But we've got the start. I like this area here. Everything's very loose and rough. And I'll just release some of this. How beautiful is this purple crayon? We've got this started. Oh, is she brave enough to go in? Is it dry? Yes. Okay. What do I forgot? Art. Oh, but I might go big art. Oh, I might need to use LTQ. I'll go with this first. Oh, could I have done it there? Oh, I think I can, because I'm on acrylic before it dries. I might be able to lift that off actually. Oh, I could always come back over it with my pen. ARTober. I will work on that. Where's my, oh, here. Yeah, just different inks. This ink just works on everything. Maybe I'll make that 20. I need to sort this wolf out. Well, it's just, it's... The good news is I have the tools to sort it out and bend it to my will over time. Okay, my friends, well, I may or may not be doing a live stream tomorrow. I'll just see how I'm feeling, and because you don't need me to do the art prompts, you can do fabulous things. I've obviously seen the evidence of that, but I'm also a day ahead of myself, so Sculptress is our next one. Maybe that's what she's going to turn into. The Ink Visible Man with a illuminated manuscript. There's lots of fun things. Again, you can find the prompts on my website. You can find the mystery bundle. I've got links below the video for the layer cake or anything else that you've seen. You can join the Facebook group. You can subscribe to the channel. You can even join the channel. All of these things that I always forget to tell you, as well as not introducing myself. I do everything wrong. I do everything wrong. And I don't care. Ooh, it's going to be fun. Okay, so PJ, oh, saying hello to Zandra and everyone. So thank you for joining me, and go and do some art. Make Arttober yours. I think that's a really good goal. Bye.